All right, let's take a look. From your natural swing, the parts are there. How do you get the energy loaded up in your swing? How do we change direction, get it to the golf club consistently is kind of what we're working on. And so part of your swing is more top heavy. There's 6 things you could possibly move to create energy: your shoulders, hips, and wrists. And then we got our arms. Our ground force is how we push off the ground, and your core muscles. So when you're swinging, your natural instinct to move is kind of from the hip, and the shoulders kind of a twisting feeling back here. The problem is in this point is that this makes you what we call top heavy. So your first natural motion is going to be the shoulders to start down. And now the energy is kind of being pulled down and across your body. This is why that front shoulder, this one here, wants to pull away before impact. And now you can get your arms to extend out. So sequencing wise, when you do get the right sequence, you have all this speed in your swing. So we just have to see the first part of the backswing is more of a resistance than just a turn. So this first drill, I've got my club right on my belt buckle. What I want to feel here is resisting and not turning. We're trying to create more of a stretch in the backswing. So right on top of your thighs and your feet right at this point, and you're going to feel like you're going to move freely here from we'll call your rib cage. The club will stay pretty in the same spot. I'm trying to feel that, and I'm going to feel resistance in these 4 places here for you, right here, here, and here, and here. That's a resisting feeling. Now the second part of that resistance will be right here when I kind of put my arm out here. I want you to feel resistance here in your swing, right underneath your arm. There'll be a stretch right there. So the stretches are here and there. Now what you're doing is you're building a spring of energy that can get a lot more power to the ball without the shoulders kind of opening up too soon. So that's kind of where we want to feel to that swing. Now if I go ahead, we're going to move back here. So let's take a look at, let's see what we have here. Okay, so this is Jon Rahm over here. So we're going to look at his backswing in a sense of, people think he has a short swing. What is he really doing? It's just resisting. You'll see his lower half stay grounded here, and he's trying to resist here. He's also feeling, you'll see this stretch from here to here. He's stretching. Now you don't have to have your arm that far away from you, but you definitely feel a stretch point there. Now what he's doing there is he's stretching like a rubber band to get energy into the ball. Now from here in the drill where we're hitting the bag, from here he can now apply power from his legs and his core muscles. So if you see there, all the power is coming from his legs and his core to hit power to the bag. That's his leverage. From your swing, because you're top heavy, you're going to move from your shoulders, not really from the ground. And there your hands, so you're hitting with your hands and your shoulders. That's why this shoulder pulls away. And John and my using my core, that keeps me grounded over, gets power from the ground. That's a feeling. We want that leverage feeling instead of the kind of, you have a lot of spinning feeling. Hopefully you get your hands through. So we back this up. Here's Rory. Again, he is stretching, but he's still going to hit the bag with that same force. And that's where I want you to feel your power, right in that feeling where in the drill, I've got my core in my legs, and I'm trying to hit with a force, not my shoulders. I want to feel my legs, my core feeling powerful to the bag. So that's a good way for you to feel that point. Now, right at that part, that's a force, and right after here, let's get this. As these players are going to hit the ball, you'll see they're creating all that force to the ball from the ground. You can see all of them right here. The shoulders are reacting to the hips. You can see over here with a good picture of Tommy Fleetwood. You see his belt buckle is facing almost the target. His shoulders are still back, which means he's getting power from the lower half, and the upper half, the shoulders are reacting. So we're going to re-get your power into the swing that way. But right about here, they're going to release all that force into the golf club. They're going to let it fly. And that was you swinging the orange thing. Just feel like you're creating a hit, and then let it swing and release and get your speed. So it's all really just about getting how to feel resistance and power in your swing and use all the parts you have.